I would jump around buildings as much as I can to save my family.
Yes.
I mean, it's this theme that a lot of people are going to relate to, correct?
Well, that was the hope.
Yeah.
In that, we make a movie where there is big action and there's a lot of spectacle and the world's biggest building, most technologically advanced, but at its core, at its root, is family and doing everything we can to protect our family, but also making sure we're doing everything we can to make sure family stays together and how important that is.
Yeah, I think there's a very simple universal question at the heart of Skyscraper, which is, if your house was on fire and your family was inside, what would you do? What would you do to rescue them? How far would you go? And I think that's a universal question.
Yes, to the end for sure.
Whatever it takes, right?
Well, talking about whatever it takes, from your point of view as a director, watching him do all these stunts and, jumping around everywhere, do you try to restrain him sometimes? Dwayne, this is going a little bit too far.
He has to, because I'm crazy.
No. Most of the time, I'm just hoping he gets hurt. Just like betting on it. I take
so
3,
you can bring
take
in
4.
the
He keeps coming to me
Yeah.
between every big scene. That Tom Cruise, that's how it starts. Listen, Tom Cruise, I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Tom Cruise
what
does
Tom
all his own
Cruise
stunts.
does.
I don't know if you know that. Not a lot of people know that Tom Cruise does his own stunts, all of them.
Well, it's good you mentioned Tom Cruise, because I was thinking in the screening that he would really enjoy watching you in that. This is a movie that Tom Cruise would sit in an audience and enjoy.
Tom would love this.
Well, it's really interesting because Tom was my first choice for the film. And he passed.
He did.
It's like, Tom, I've always wanted to work with you.
That's
and he's
so
like,
true.
I don't like it. I'm not interested. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll go with him.
And it came to me, yes.
Yeah.
Funny, I wanted Scorsese to direct it.
Exactly.
Yes. Then Spielberg, then Eastwood, then anyone else
And then,
but him.
Yeah. It was not fun. It's not fun to make a movie with him. I can tell you that right now.
At all, it shows. The movie is set in the fictional tallest building in the world. You guys know that the tallest building in the world is in Dubai. Was that ever in question, the Burj Khalifa?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, we studied the Burj Khalifa certainly extensively, and we worked with Adrian Smith, who was the lead designer on the Burj Khalifa, as we were designing the Pearl, and Jim Bissell, our production designer, put the finishing touches on it. But yeah, of course, we know a lot about the Burj and big fans.
And you?
That was one of the things. So what's interesting is when Rawson first pitched me the idea, I said, hey, listen, I got to be honest with you. And he poured his heart out with the pitch. I said, we're actually already developing a movie based on the world's biggest building, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. And he was like, wait, what? I was like, I'm sorry. Honest, I swear to God, he was heartbroken.
I was.
He was heartbroken. Then I had to call him back and say, I'm only kidding. I love it. But, I really give Rawson a tremendous amount of credit, because I think for a guy who started in, or at least who made his bones in comedy with Dodgeball and We Are the Millers and Central Intelligence with me and Kevin, one of your good friends, Kevin Hart, to see this kind of movie come out of his brain and his soul, and the next movie we're doing, Red Notice, with Gal Gadot, which is a big global movie too as well. I'm just really impressed, because it just really gives you an idea of how there's a deeper well that's happening in this mind over here, and one of them obviously is, one of the elements of the depth he has is creating the world's most technologically advanced building, and what that means. And when he spent time with Adrian Smith, who was one of the lead engineers for the Burj Khalifa, getting so comprehensive, and that's why when you see the movie, the wind turbines, the elevators, how
so precise.
It's really just spectacular. So
Thanks.
give him a lot of credit.
Noah and McKenna were so cute. I asked them what's the best advice that you gave to them, and they said, like, very eloquently, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
Wow.
Is that your motto in life, or one of them?
It really is. I heard that years ago when I was a teenager, and we were at about the time we were evicted and kicked off the island in Hawaii. And I just remember hearing, it's nice to be important, it's more important to be nice. And I thought, wow, one day, if I'm lucky enough to be, like, important, I can't wait, because then I'm almost there, buddy.
Yeah.
Then it's important to be nice. But it's very important, I think, just, because look, everything else comes and goes, and you could strip it all away, but the most important thing, I believe, is that we're nice to people and kind to one another. And considerate. And I also have a belief that I don't believe anything that this man says. That's another belief I have. It's very important, by the way.
Oh, my Lord. This is going to be unbearable.
Well, family, producer, humor, action, does this embody the soul of what The Rock is, this film?
Wow.
I think it does. I mean, it's a movie that kind of resembles.
I think so. That's a good way to look at it. I think, which is one of the reasons why I was very attracted to the role.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I think
because you wrote it. So
well, no, I mean I wrote it for you because that's who you are.
And Tom Cruise, but you know.
Well, Tom Cruise, yeah, he's you have to be a certain height to ride this ride. Sorry, Tom. But no, that's who Dwayne is. You know, Dwayne, he makes great movies and he's fantastic in them, and they do really well. But you know, having worked with him on Central Intelligence, I don't think I wanted to show a side of him that no one had seen before. A vulnerable side, a side of someone who would stop at nothing to take care of the people he loves. And knowing him a little bit and knowing his family a little bit, I know that's the kind of man he is. So that's why I wanted to write it.
It's true. That's what everybody says.
Thank you so much. Yep. Thank you.
I realize in all the interviews we've had, I've never asked you who your screen legends were. Who were the people you enjoyed growing up and watching, and were your action stars?
Thank you so much. My action stars growing up, biggest influences on me were Harrison Ford, Clint Eastwood, Bruce Willis, certainly him. Big action stars of the 80s, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, of course, Steve McQueen, Paul Newman for sure. And, it just so happened that Patriot Games and The Fugitives was one of the... or two of the movies rather that he had suggested that I watch, and which was interesting because Harrison Ford was one of my heroes growing up.
Thank you so much.
Who's your hero, on-screen hero?
Oh no, I was just gonna.
Who's your on-screen hero?
Yes, please.
Who inspired your life? You as a man, husband, father.
Oh, I mean, it's obvious. It's Kevin Hart.
Of course it is.
Wow.
Good luck, Dwayne. Good luck.